Kids Leaders, Pastor Sam here with this week's update and announcements, as well as short devotional. You know, this past week was really amazing. It was great to see many of you back in the class after a long Labor Day weekend, and it was just great seeing all of the kids. Our attendance was up, our classrooms were full, there was a lot of buzz and a lot of excitement. If you're wondering what's on my finger, it's my Post-it note. These are my notes. This is how I remember what to tell you guys each and every week. And I've got plenty to tell you. There's a lot of new things coming up and some reminders just for you, and we want to make sure that you are well informed. So first off, let me go over just a couple of quick things. Some of you during our training night were added late, and so we didn't have enough shirts for everybody, which is exciting. It means we've got lots of leaders, and we want to keep building our team. And so I just want you to know that your volunteer shirt, if you did not get one, is on order now as of today, and we should get those hopefully by this weekend. So if you got one, check with Ms. Heike, and we'll be sure to try to get that to you. Now, I want to take a tour of a classroom today. Make sure that you know of all that's available for you in this room. So I am in 3rd grade B right now, and it's a great opportunity to show you how they're using their room and what else you can do in the expanse of the use of your room. So obviously that's the door. And right down here is your binder. In your binder, you'll have a copy of your lesson as well as your attendance on top and any announcements you need to share with your kids. Now, right next to it, there's a card. See right there? It's a card. It's what's coming up, the events that are coming up in the next few weeks or months that we want families to know about, and you, so that you can join us or they can join us and sign up, all that kind of stuff. Very important information. Also in that binder, we have things like birthday cards, miss you cards, those things, so that if you see a kid who's not here one day or want to write them a birthday note, you can do that and then leave it with one of our leaders or leave it in your binder, and we'll make sure that that gets mailed out that coming week, okay? So binder is a good place to find any information that you need for your class. Next, let's go around the room. Here we are, right here. This is all the stuff you need for your lesson of the day. So any curriculum needs, pencils, crayons, supplies, and a description of what the games and activities, that's all going to be right there. That's provided by Ms. Cheryl and Ms. Heike and some of our other leaders who put that together. They do a really good job. If you're ever missing anything, need anything else, let them know so they can put it in your little cubby. Well, let's keep going around the room. Let's go the other way. What's this? This is going to be cool. Ta-da! Okay, now see? These are grip-a strips. Everybody say that with me. Grip-a strip. Very good. Now, these are really cool things because in each room, you have at least one. Some rooms have two, but you have at least one where you can hang things like announcements or posters that have your verse on it. We print it out really pretty. Or in this case, they took one of their activities and wanted to display it for their kids to see. Great idea. You can do that too. And there are other options that you can do. Here's one thing that you can't, or we prefer you not do. Don't stick anything on the walls. We recently repainted, and we'd like to try to keep that as clean and cool looking as possible. But if you run into an issue and want to hang something up, let us know. We've got some tools to help you do that. Oh, let's keep moving. Next, we have these cabinets hanging on the wall. You see these cabinets? Don't use those cabinets. Now, for several reasons. One, a lot of them are used as storage. Number two, yeah, that's really it. Go back to number one. We really use them as storage. So we've got something else though that you can use, and that is, wait for it, that cabinet. That is a huge cabinet in every single room. And yes, all of those supplies are yours to use, from Bibles to pens, pencils, markers, paper, etc. All the kinds of stuff. And if you need more, you just got to let us know and we'll put more in there. Okay? So that cabinet, yes, you can use. Those, not so much. Yes, no. Awesome, let's move on. That is a cool new glass whiteboard or clear board. And this class has put their verse and virtue of the month on there. That is a great way to use that, and I encourage each of you, you could draw on it, use it for whatever class. If you want to display, leave it up there. You certainly can for the week. So if you ever need a marker or an eraser, that kind of a thing, need it cleaned off, please let us know. We'll be glad to help you do that. Guess what? There's one more thing I want to show you. Me. I wanted to just say that I consider many of you friends. And as we're talking about friendship this month, it really means a lot that you would allow me to speak into your life, or that I want to ask your advice, because that's what friends do. We use our words and our actions to show each other that we care, right? That's what we're trying to teach our kids, and that friendships are so important. And I got to tell you, sometimes as a leader, it's lonely because we don't want to open up. We don't want to be vulnerable. But I am so glad that I can be open and vulnerable with you all, and that you all do the same with me. It means that we're friends, and I greatly appreciate that. So I take to heart Proverbs 17:17, in which it says right over here on our whiteboard, a friend loves at all times. They are there to help when trouble comes. And I just want you to know, if you have not made a friend in children's ministry, take a little risk and do that. Get to know your other leader, your partner, your student leader in class. Become friends, share some things, maybe meet for coffee if it's appropriate, or get your team together and say, hey, third grade leaders or fourth grade leaders, we're gonna meet together this Thursday night at Starbucks or whatever, and just have some time together. I really encourage you to do that. Let's build friendships. Let's show kids what it's like to have a true, healthy, godly relationship and friendship with each other, okay? Awesome. Be praying for you this week. I want you to know that in the comments, as usual, and as we send out, I want you to try video 5 or 6 of our training this week. You should be through all of 1 through 4 or 5 by now, but I want you to try those. And I apologize for the length of this video. It's normally not this long, but we had a lot with the classroom stuff we wanted to add in. But I want you to know, you guys are doing an awesome job. Keep it up. These kids are loving it. We encourage you to reach out to those who you've missed. We'll be assigning some calls this week, probably 1 or 2 per classroom, so that you can start connecting kids who are missing class and maybe get them there every week. Isn't that awesome? So again, we'll be sharing that with you, just like we did the last semester when we did our care contacts. I know it's last minute here on the announcement video, but we're going to be doing that together. And so if you have any questions, you can use your Lead app, you can contact us, and we'll be easy access to help you out with anything that you need in regards to that. So love you guys, keep doing what you're doing, and we will see you this Sunday.